Hello and welcome to part 47 of my Let's stream of Final Fantasy XIV. A long time coming, 2 months have passed and still we're stuck here. But now we're going to go and take the fight to Nidhogg and well, let's find out what Alphino has to say. Sorry, my carbuncle. Let's speak with Alphino. The Wyrm's Lair. Alphino is considering your party's next course of action.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesveglr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
I believe he does.
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinien. You yourself spoke of the Great Wyrm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And with 2 Azure Dragoons working in unison, who can say what might be possible? But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the Wyrm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Well, as shitty as it is, but I guess I've got no choice. Defeat your enemies as you search for the aid. Okay. I don't have flying yet in this area. Can just complete a few more quests before that happens. Right. How is everybody? Hope everyone's fine and dandy. We'll start streaming more often now. Be prepared for that. Fellas. Into owl. Friendly moves. Same to heal. Trigger. I don't need someone to move. It's all falling, churn and miss. Okay. So Remax Star Trek so that'll be interesting. Okay. The only being of this is this black chocobo was originally the only thing that could fly, and they kind of removed that, which is interesting. Here's the monastery. What he need to ask him. There is Estinien. Hello, Estinien.
Is that it?
Aye, that would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Hey, speak to Mr. Master Garland. New winds, old friends. Estinien would like you to enlist the aid of Sid Garland. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defences might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And still with the glory for myself, me, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renet's Forum Minor. From what I gleaned, the Holy See's decidedly ambitious airship project. Sid will still be in Ishgard. Back to Ishgard. Still Manufactorium. When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising his guardians on their aid in airship, correct? In that case, he might still be in Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we might try the airship landing and mayhap even steel manufactory. Let's us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who. Samric would seem the obvious choice, but there's no guarantee he'll be able to grant us an audience at short notice. I have it. Count Edmund's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the High Seas juiciest rumours. So let's return to the manor and see if Lord Emelian is about. Let's go and see Lord Emelian and welcome, Mistress Again. Shall I grant you inside the manor? Yes, please. Emelian. The hero returns. How goes the fight, old girl? Well, I trust. In the search of Sid Garland, you say? Say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of a said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he's been tasked with getting the monstrous airship Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It would seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to be frequently airship landing. I wager their master does too. Airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Mino. We must find Sid and trouble him with his expert opinion. Okay. As the area's going to have duty support, I'm going to use that rather than the rather than queue up, wait for humans. Okay. And there is said Biggs and Witch. Minnow, Alphino, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I'm sure it will come as no surprise that when I tell you that we need a favour. Another wind barrier, and you say it is conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise can certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's an agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. Divanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it in their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be a precious little we could do to avoid them. But we must be something we can do, some manner of weaponry we could employ. Estinien stands vigilant on the edge of the churning mists, but we do not know how much longer. All right. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs Wedge, it's time that we gave that little new toy of yours a proper field test. It's probably best if we let the lads show you. Come to the manufactory, not far. New winds, old friends, about to be finished. So speak with him outside the Die Steel manufactory. We also pick up the machinist if you're really interested. I will get it later. It's Biggs. Our little project's just inside. Oh, and you're going to like this one.
Your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, and lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Tataru.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the Mana Cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Time to go kick some ass. In Uldar. Okay, so Tataru. The General summons. Tataru has news for you from Uldar. General Raban says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts, and he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right now and help with the investigation. Come, I know pressing though the Ishgard's plight may be, a presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the tropical lands of Fanland and lend all the aid we may. Tataru, we have our friends in the congregation and send the message to Estinien and tell him that we have identified a solution to our problem, but it will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Alphano. To the Waking Sands, warrior light. 'Tis past time as Uldar was delivered from its darkness. Pray return to the Waking Sands. Yay. Time to clear our name.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady-in-waiting, Merion. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
Beat her to death.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
Of course, man.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friends. For Nanamo, and for Uldar!
There's a man who certainly is pissed off. Yugiri. Our target is Muriel. The Sultana is a former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midland heritage. I'm told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest that we begin our questioning the market's residents and confirm that Muriel is still in hiding there. Now, it's all bizarre. Yeah, so outside. For a lack of interest, and probably people don't really care, Silver Bazaar actually was once a prominent area within the confines of the original 1.0. It was once an important area, but clearly not so important these days. Can we get there from here? Right, you will take us to the source from here. So you're just flying over. Drenell. Muriel, aye, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. It's the one of the closest to the market entrance. We could have flown here. 40 gil's not that bad. Yeah, this was once in a very important area in 1.0, but it is no more. Kickapoo. What brings you to our lonely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just about doubled our population. Looking for Muriel, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Aldar, you may as well give up now the girl's done with city life. And spotted meadow. Do you know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters would not be pleased to hear of this. So she's in one of these houses. Fellas. It's always the last place you look, apparently. And there she is, the bitch who framed me.
You are Muriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me. General Alden!
We will have the truth from you, girl.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
Lorioto, you asshole.
Lolorito, you'd best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. 'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
He cut him in half.
You conniving little worm! You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution.
So you had a poor kid from around Amigo killed.
Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed.
He still has a sword, Lorito.
Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive, and preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Aldin. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teleji Adeleji without trial? Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law.
Oh, you chihuahua.
If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
And what about us?
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
What about the Scions, man? Hey, what about us three? A-holes! By the 12th, I feared that Lord Lolorito's arrival would have held another bloodbath. Little did I suspect the hero of all people would gift us the means to rouse the Sultana. Shall we make our way to Ul'dah? I would imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to meet us. Okay, I didn't read what the thing was there, but awakening in Ul'dah. When I eager to follow about to and witness the beginning of a new chapter of Ul'dah history, make your way to the Royal Promenade and speak with Bartholomew. Just present yourself to Bartholomew, but it's all the same. I mean, last time we were here, they tried to kill us, so that was nice. Warrior like prick. That's pissed me off. Summon a giant dragon to kick him in the nuts with. Plain General Oraban mentioned he might be coming. Please this way if you will. There she is. Royal potato.
I was having the longest dream.
"'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands. Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she is none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle.
Well, shit.
My lords and ladies, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
"'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Uldar has taken control of its future, and I must do the same.
Okay, what do you plan to do?
I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified Grand Company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more. The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
Yay. You go, girl. I blush to speak thus of my inner turmoil, but the fact remains that no woman alive in whom I would rather find. Were it not for your shining example, I would never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. A brave revolution, often I would see how things stand in the rising stones. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope this manor cutter of theirs is nearing completion. I assume that Her Grace will make a full recovery. I and Aldar too shall flourish under once more. General Roban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Ugiri, a question if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Ah, yes, of course. You'll be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revenant's Toll when they learned of Captain Ilbert's defeat. The only blue uniforms can be seen here now those who are worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alphina. To me, I see. I am grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oaths. Here we shall return to Hraesveglr. We must go to the Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. It shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me in my name? You were there at the company's inception. It is only fitting you be present at its end. And I would appreciate the support. Yay. To Moldona. Commander, you're alive? And mine are too. I knew you scraped through. My splendid Crystal Braves, I wronged you, all of you. My promises of glory and salvation brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Bah, you're not hear us complaining. 'Tis was a slight messier than expected, aye, but we're still fighting for the freedom of all. Just like we swore, ain't that right, mates? Aye. You humble me. I'm truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with most profound regret that then I must. That's enough, old commander. We know your mind's in mind to say, and he ain't having none of it. We talked it over and we all agree. We can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we're no less of company. But the Crystal Braves. Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us together. They bind each other. They bind up each other and to you, Commander Alphina. Our minds are made up. So ye may as well get used to us. Let us help the Scions. Let us help find Mephilia and the others. My friends, after all that has happened, I know not what to say. Pray excuse me, I thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one can measure a man by the consistency of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception for which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, Mina. But as Falak is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. Here to fly, I know has matters to attend to at the Rising Stones. I must speak of the future plans with the remaining braves, and the information we uncover on the missing signs will need to be shared with our allies across the realm, specifically Orionja and Awakened Sands, Tataru and Isgard. While we're organising our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland at the manufactory. I will join you in Isgard as soon as I am able. Okay, Holy See of Ishgard Foundation, and let's go over to the Still Manufactory and go and speak with Sid. See how the mana cutter's coming along. A free mount, but a horrible mount. Anyway, not him. Minnow, how in the Seven Hells do you do it? I was about to send for you. We have, however, at this moment completed the Mana Cutter's first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments and should be ready to go. While you see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Von Temp's Manor. A dragoon by the name of Estinien is looking for you. Okay, I'm just going to see Estinien. I'm on place around this, and I'm on my way around this place like the back of my hand. Still? You have fulfilled your obligations to your Darnians then. Mistress Tataru has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned that these mana cutters and Master Gardens were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tally at the mists. For the present, Nidhogg seems content to remain in the area plotting his revenge. Might not this be an adept moment to unfold our plans to Sir Emmerich? I think we might have kept him in the dark long enough. He is at the Forgotten Night. And he's over here. Film alert. Sorry, Mike, it's really good to speak with you. Pray proceed.
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
Ah, the moment has come then.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinien told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesveglr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinien?
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Lord Commander, no!
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury! You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
Well, my friend, it would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
He's right though. I have pricked Master Alphino's pride, I fear, but I have been less forceful. The boy would have been insisted to accompany us to the area. Do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I know that Alphino will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed enough without the aiding and worrying of a carrion of a novice. Airy, Estinien is eager to set forth for the Airy. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garland and take the possession of the Mana Cutters. Right, let's go and speak with Sid. My friend. The cutters are ready when you are. Final adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you, Han, get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through the wind barrier like a cement drill through a cottage cheese. And that, my friend, is Garland Ironworks guarantee. You have our thanks. Come, Warrior Light. The dread worm awaits. Into some NPCs. Register for duty. Wicked mortals, I shall melt your flesh and turn your bones to ash. These lightning strikes only work with dragons. Never mind that, we must hurry. All fun and games until Hraesveglr comes and says hello to you. I hope that remembers. More lightning. The first boss, Rangdar. Your lightning will not save you now. Come on, Temple Knight. Go. System bastard.
Know your folly.
You thought I was going to die. No. Terrible dragon appears before you. Nidhogg's bloodings. Broodings. Can't you fucking read? Back horrible memories of Ruby Dragons from Final Fantasy VIII. Well, if this ceiling doesn't steal my damn limit break, I'm happy. 3 cleared prisons. Nothing tonight. Do your damn job. Even so, we must remain calm. Oh yeah, they have the advantage here. They will not defeat us with sheer numbers.
Your guard is down.
Oh, fun. Second boss. Gaius Cutus, not Gaius Scutus. Sorry, I was just getting a drink. Right. This one appears stronger than the others, but it matters little. I'll leave the vanguard to you.
I will end your struggles! Know your folly. I will end your struggles! I will end your struggles! Know your folly.
You stole my limit break, you bastard.
Know your folly.
You chicken nugget, bitch. Okay, nearing the end. Behold the chicken nugget. Watch out, 7 hells. What's the treasure chests? Looks like this place is falling apart.
Know your folly.
Here we are. Come on, you lot. Here we are. Nidhogg. this ends here, Nidhogg. Harley and Harlone got a strength. We'll attack him then. Go, Hank. He's an annoying bastard. Just let you know that. My rage will consume you. We shall see whose rage is greater.
Taste my lungs! Taste my lungs! Know your folly.
God is down.
Yeah, Nidhogg's dead. Game over. All done. Thanks for joining me on Fantasy. What's going on? Die whilst use my own eye against me. Time have not done naught to dilute thy depravity. I have not forgotten thee, Dragoon. My essence claimed thee once, and that shall do so again.
No, Worm! This ends here! You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
What's happening here? Another crystal to be restored. Our third crystal. Bing! Removes one. That's the leveling one.
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesveglr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting.
As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
Edmund's ancestor.
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, 'tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown. Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldreth, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal, and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
We four, then.
Forton, Heilenat, Dyrendare, and Zemail. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more. We must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded? You have borne witness to history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great wyrm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldreth, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon. A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point. If Huldreth took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull? Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried. 'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph. But we must first have words with Hraesveglr. There are parts of this tale that the wyrm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
Shit. And this stain corruption pleases me not. When we all put to rest, I need to. He said that. Though Nidhogg has fallen and my heart is yet heavy, and this stain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge anew, and my armour anew. Okay. Now I'm not flying in this area. Let's do that. I'll do that upstream. So let's go and... oh shit. Right, the song begins. Estinien would know the origin of Nidhogg's mysterious eye. With Nidhogg fallen and none save Hraesveglr remains to answer our questions, let us trouble the wyrm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers in Zenith, all the better. Would have her hear the truth from dragons more. I did something. Oh well. Right. To Hraesveglr. See what he has to say for himself. Now Nidhogg is dead. Maybe now we can get some peace in this bloody land. What's umbrella? Leaning chocobo. Finish this out. Tis you, was it not? The fierce scream of the dragons cried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hraesveglr to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Wyrm and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the dragon-strong war has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learned the truth of its beginnings, the whole truth, and we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, warrior of light. Impotent mortals, ever seeking to bury our old wrongs under new. I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Tid would seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg did I yield one half of my strength. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Rostocker's eyes and glut their appetite upon her essence. She is slain then. What madness have I made our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, blood-brood brother? They have been untrustworthy creatures, the short-lived Elsian. But thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Rostocker her life and my own eyes. O my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. Hraesveglr, 'tis my blindness that did invite disaster to our lands. Surrender thee and I to me, and let that be thy penance. Nidhogg. They betted me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, blood brother. My vengeance is begun. Thou hast borne witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigour, that he might extract his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
This one
The peace my beloved so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest dire fits of indignation will move me to remorse?
I'm fire,
Go, mortals, take your unruly passion and leave this place. Your presence has spelled naught but misery.
Kas echi hiso, sekmon ina an, stray snowfall in sith an.
Were it not for Shiva's sipping embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Right, and that will end of that section. We will pick it up with the unrest in Ishgard. Not in 2 months' time though, should be tomorrow, and we'll do that up until a certain section in that, and then we'll split the two of them up because there's quite a lot of quests in these lines. So then I'm Big B82. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, welcome, and I appreciate your thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 48. Unrest in Ishgard. Till then, with a blood covered Estinien, my chocobo, and yourself. I shall see. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.